Scream Factory, this is Charlotte. How may I help you? Or should I say, how can I haunt you today? I'm sorry, who were you asking for? Let me just check the calendar one moment here. And what monster were you looking for on the 29th? I thought you said spleen. No, I'm sorry. Mr. Stein is booked all through this year and next year. Of course, he is our most requested Scream monster. And Mrs. Stein, of course. The two of them sometimes work as a package deal, but no. I'm unfortunately booked, like I said, all through next year as well for Halloween. So, is there another monster I can hook you up with for your Scream extravaganza? I do have a ghost that could be available on the 29th. Would that work? Perfect. Do you have a preference on features? I'm not sure how scary you're trying to make your ghost. We do have quite a selection of ghosts to choose from. Okay. And what level of gore are you looking for? Okay, perfect. There'll be some children, not a problem. And then can I just get a name for the order? Okay, and then an address of where we should be sending the ghost. And what city is that? Perfect. So, I have you down for the 29th. You had mentioned at 8 p.m., correct? Okay. So, I would expect the ghost to show up a little after 8 o'clock. We like to bring in a little element of surprise. So, if you know he's coming right at 8, then it kind of defeats the purpose, wouldn't you think? Exactly. So, I have your order booked, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you over to our payment center and they can process that order for you. Okay? Wonderful. Alright, well, you have a scary rest of your day and we look forward to seeing you on the 29th. Alright, take care. Sorry about that. It's that time of the year where we just have a lot of orders coming in. How can I haunt you today? You have a meeting. Okay. Just check the system. Do you know who you were meeting with? All right. Oh, okay. It looks like you have an interview with Dracula. That's wonderful. I know he's been looking for some associate scarers to accompany him on his trips and scares, so you look pretty scary. If I do say so myself, I've seen quite a few scary monsters roaming around. Alright, yes, right on time. Alright, if you could just confirm your name and last name for me as well. There we go, and then just a contact number, just so we know where to reach you with the results of your interview. Perfect. Alright, so it looks like you're going to be conducting your interview on the 666th floor. Not a coincidence, if I do say so myself. The elevator is very fast, though, don't worry. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to initiate you a pass just to get up past security for clearance, if that's okay. Time and today's date. Thank you. And there's your pass. And the elevators are right behind you over that way. Can't miss them. So, if you need anything else, I'll be right here at the front. But until then, you may go up for your interview, and I will let Dracula know that you will be arriving shortly. Okay? Hi, yes, Charlene. Charlotte down below. How are things going up there? Fabulous. I just sent up someone for an interview with Dracula, so they should be arriving shortly. Yes, they do have a pass. Quite scary looking, too, if you ask me. I think he'll be a great fit for Dracula. He's also a very picky guy, so we'll see. Alright, well, they should be arriving shortly, like I said, and if you need anything, give me a call down, and if not, send him down when he is finished. Alright, thank you. Hey, Deborah. Did we get that shipment in of name badges for the new zombies? They were supposed to arrive yesterday, but I didn't see anything. Did you happen to see them by chance? I know they, in the Undead department, need as many name tags as possible. So many zombies, it's hard to keep track. No? Okay. I can call down to the mailroom and see. Hi, yes, this is Charlotte up at the front desk. I had a question for you if you had a moment. Yes, we were looking for a order of name tags for the Undead department. Did you happen to see any come in the mail yesterday? Well, I checked the shipping tracking information and it said it was delivered yesterday, but I never received any delivery, so I was wondering if maybe it went to the mail room by chance. Sure, let me pull it up one moment. Looks like shipment number was Z as in zombie 165 U T as in terror 46. Interesting. It says tomorrow on yours. That explains why Deborah and I could not find it anywhere. This mail system is crazy sometimes, I know. It's slower than a zombie itself. Sorry, just some humor there. Alright, well, when you see it tomorrow, if it arrives, can you please bring it to me as soon as possible? I have the Undead department up my nose. Well, what's left of it. Trying to get those name tags, so sooner the better, please. Alright, thank you. How can I help you? Did you have an appointment today? Oh no. Okay. So you're just looking for essentially a scare monster and wanted to come in person. Alright. Well, we don't get many in-person visits, but I'm happy to assist you. We generally have our phone line or our email or website to refer to, but that's not a problem. I'm happy to talk you through our packages, our available monsters for the upcoming Halloween season, and much more. So, do you have some time? Okay. Let me just pull up some information that might be relevant to helping you today. Perfect. All right. So, what were you looking for in terms of scare? That is what we specialize in here. I'm not sure if you're familiar with our company. No, not a problem. So we specialize in all things scary, with our most popular option and what we're known for, I guess, over here are our monsters for hire. So what we do is we have a large collection of different types of monsters that we can rent out to scare, humans, their friends, all that sort of thing. So it varies. We can do little ghosts, we can do up until a vampire. It depends what you view as scary, but kind of everything in between. Zombies, werewolves, mummies. It's up to you what type of monster you're looking for. I will say, though, that given the time of year and how close we are to the end of the Halloween season, our selection is quite limited in terms of availability. We tend to book out about 9 months in advance for the season, so a few months we'll be booking out for following Halloween. But we do have some availability. We are always bringing in new monsters to keep up with the demand, so we will find you something, I'm sure. How does that sound? Is that what you're looking for? Great. So if you just want to have a seat and we can get started and kind of go over our options here. Do you want any candy corn? No? Okay. I personally love candy corn. I know it's a very polarizing treat for the holidays, but to each their own, I guess. Okay, well, if there's nothing else I can get you, we can get started here. Alright, so how scary are you looking for your monster to be? Okay, so not super scary. What is the event, if I may ask? Okay, so a Halloween party. It's pretty typical with when we place these orders. It's the number one, I guess, item, so not a problem. Are there going to be children at this party? No children. Okay, perfect. That allows us to have a little more flexibility with our monsters. We tend to steer clear of the gorier kind of stuff and nightmares monsters during children's events because obvious reasons and liabilities. Although we will have you sign a liability waiver before you go. Don't you worry. All right. And is there a specific level of gore that you're looking for? Do you want a monster with no gore or any blood or guts, things like that? Or are you looking for something a little more terrifying? Okay, less on the gore. That's not a problem. What's nice is we do have kind of a selection of certain creatures that vary on that spectrum. For example, our zombies, we have some that are just your coming right out of a grave, fresh, just a little disheveled, but still very scary. And then we have some that have missing limbs, some kind of old guts coming out, things like that. So we do have a nice spectrum of scare for every creature, which is very nice. Okay. Now I will, like I said, we are very highly booked up, so if you want any creatures like Frankenstein, I'm afraid Mr. Stein and Mrs. Stein have booked up. I've had quite a few requests on that. Same with Dracula, he's pretty booked up. Surprisingly also, we've had a lot with the Loch Ness Monster as well. Don't find the Loch Ness Monster scary personally, but maybe it's the myth. So just kind of those more high profile creatures are more likely than not unavailable for this Halloween. So we do have, looking at my list here, we do have some mummies. It looks like a couple on reserve. We always have zombies. And then we have a few ghosts. And let's see, do we have any? We do. We also have some killer clowns on reserve as well. Are any of those sounding appealing to you for your Halloween party? Okay. Of course, you could order more than one. We're not, one-stop shop in terms of that. You can order 5 monsters. It's just up to the availability that we have. But you're thinking, okay, you want to do one of the clowns and a zombie. Interesting combination. Wouldn't think they go together, but it's all about the scare, so who's to say? Okay, so we have one zombie. One of them is missing an arm, but the gore is pretty minimum. There's no damage intestinally to the zombie, so just kind of a clean cut off the limb. So we do have him. We also have a couple of zombies that pretty good shape. I don't think they're missing any limbs based on their photos here. Their statistic. So I think the goriest we can get for you would be a missing limb zombie, if that's okay. Oh yes, personality-wise, they're all fabulous. They all can bring the scare, and they all do have a craving for flesh, so make sure you are aware of that and steer clear. It is specific liability for hiring a zombie because we unfortunately do our best to train them to not consume humans, but sometimes it doesn't work out so well, so we'll say you might want to keep that in mind, but it does add for a great scare factor, if you ask me. Nothing like pure terror and running for your lives, alright? Okay. You want the one with the missing arm? Okay. That is our good pal Fred. Fred the zombie is a wonderful name. So I will put him down as an option. He's available almost every day up until Halloween. So what day were you planning on having your party? 30th, okay. Just make sure. Is it a night party or a day party? Okay, perfect. He is available at that time, 6 o'clock. Okay, make a note of that. So I will tentatively have him booked just so he can't get snatched up by anyone else on our website or phone line. Okay, so he is on our reserve, and then moving on to the clowns. Let's see. Alright. So we are a little more limited on clowns. We do have one that likes to use a chainsaw. No accidents with him yet. He has just been using it more as a fear tactic rather than actually trying to take off limbs of someone. So less of a killer clown, more of just a terrifying clown, if that makes sense. And let's see. Oh, here we go. So we have Samuel the Clown. I know these names are wild sometimes. Don't really match the scare factor. We don't use their names during actual hiring. It's more so just for our database purposes. Alright. So he likes to do tricks. But his tricks generally do involve some blood. None of the guests' blood, but he is a fan of incorporating, I'd say, animal blood 90% of the time into his tricks, so it will be a messy event. Some of your guests will definitely be covered in blood by the end of the night. Not sure if that's a problem for you. If so, we can continue looking. Alright, no Samuel then. I'll mark him off. Let's see. So, the only one I'm seeing... Okay. We do have a newer clown. I'm not sure how they act. They have a 4.7 out of 5-star rating by our users, so not too bad so far. They've only done about 15 parties so far, or events. So high percentage, low exposure in our database. So it might be a gamble, but people seem to enjoy him so far, so you could also take a gamble. Yes, most of our performers have a 4.5 out of 5 stars or higher. If they go lower, we go through an internal process and blah 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 training and possible termination. We like our monsters to be scary, so if they're not at that scare level, they have to unfortunately shape up or ship out. So it's good that he's above our threshold so far, but you want to go with the chainsaw clown? Okay, not a problem. Okay, let me put him on reserve while I check his availability. Alright, it looks like he's also available on the 30th at 6 o'clock. So I will put him down. One moment, sorry. To get to my phone through all this hair. Scream Forum, this is Charlotte. How may I help you? How may I scare you? Haunt you? No, I believe he is gone for the day. Let me check. Sorry, my computer's running a little slow. Alright. Now, it actually looks like the Mothman's out on a scaring right now. Yes. Did you have a scheduled call with him? No? Alright, well, I can take a message for him if you'd like, and I can deliver that to him when he's back in the office if you'd like. Or you're welcome to call back. I believe he's back in, let's see, tomorrow morning at about 11 o'clock in the morning. Alright. And what was the message I could give for him? You need to. Okay, and then what was your name again, sir? All right, Mr. Thomas. Well, I will leave this note with him. Do you need to have a callback number, or will he know where to reach you at? Okay. Alright, I will give him the message as soon as he's in tomorrow morning, and he should return your call around then, okay? All right, have a wonderful and scary rest of your day. Bye-bye. Sorry about that. One of our receptionists is away on maternity leave, so a little short-staffed. Okay, so where were we? We had your clown and your zombie booked on the 30th at 6 o'clock. So what we need to do now, if that's okay, is just get some information from you and make sure you have your waivers and liability signed off, okay? Perfect. All right, so whenever you're ready, if you want to give a first and last name. Wonderful. And what is the address of the event that you're going to be requiring the zombie and clown to show up to? Okay. And city and state? And then zip code. Okay. And then what is a good contact number for you? Perfect. All right, so just to give you a little bit of information, we have your party scheduled at 6. That does not mean that is the time that the zombie and clown will show up. They are part of an element of surprise. That's what adds fear to life, so not knowing when they're showing up is half the fun. So they would be there probably within that first hour, but the timing and manner is unknown. Especially because we have you with 2 different creatures. They may show up at different times rather than together. So it brings in kind of like a second wave of fear. As I've already said with the zombie, we are not liable for any injury or death that results from his actions. We have a top-notch training program here. There is no room for a lawsuit on our training, so don't even try if something does happen. Yes, you would not be the first one to file a lawsuit, and you most certainly would not be the first to win. So, I still will have you sign a waiver, also for the clown as well, just because we are not responsible for any injuries that may happen, not even with zombies, but for all our creatures. Okay, so I'm just going to have you initial down there, please. Should be a cup of pens right next to you. Okay, if you want to initial here, saying that you reserve and release all rights to sue us or enforce any action against us in any court of law. Wonderful. And just sign at the bottom there, saying that you agree to all the terms and conditions of our 742-page contract. Right there. Can peruse it at your leisure later. Fabulous. All right. So in terms of payment, the zombie is going to come out to, for his services, about $225, whereas the clown will come out to about $175. So we're at about $400, and then when you add in tax, tip, travel expenses, we're looking at about $475 for the evening. All right. We do accept fear in addition to cash and most credit cards, if you so choose to. No. Okay, not a problem. All right, so if you just want to be paying with card, you can put it right into the chip reader there. We are very high tech and modern here. We have our Bluetooth phones, we have our tablets, we have our chip readers. We do have archaic monsters, but we are very much in the times, and we take great pride in that. Who wants to print off a 400-page document I don't. So, all right. And then, would you like a printed receipt or an emailed to you? Emailed? All right. What would that be for? Is that at Yahoo? Someone else needs to get with the times, it looks like. No, nothing wrong with a Yahoo, just a little archaic is all. You should come scared here. Alright, so that just was sent over to you, and it should arrive probably within the next 5 to 10 minutes. So if you don't receive a receipt, just give us a call. We have you in our system. Okay. What I can do is I can give you your order number. And what I can do is if you call and reference that, if you have any questions, then we will be able to better assist you. So it looks like your order number is 7324779. Okay, and there's your little paper with your order number on it. And what you can do again, give us a call if you have any questions, and just make sure you have that number handy. All right. Is there anything else I can help you with today? No? All right. Well, you have a scary rest of your day, and we will see you on the 30th with your zombie and clown. Yes, if you do want to book any of the more high-profile monsters, I suggest you call around March time. Yes, we post on our socials all the time when the upcoming days of booking. So just check our social media. Screamatorium, Scream Emporium, something like that. We change it a lot. Keep it fresh. So just check our social media, and we'll be coming up with a little bit of an announcement of our official booking date for 2024. Take care. Oh, you're back. How was the interview with Mr. Dracula? Oh, I'm terribly sorry about that. He is a very, I don't want to say aggressive personality, but he is definitely particular. Knows what he likes, knows what he doesn't, so I'm terribly sorry again it didn't work out for you, but you're welcome to apply here any other time. We have our HR page with career opportunities, so maybe another monster will be more fitting for you. We're always taking zombies, so keep that in mind. Alright, well, you have a scary rest of your day, and hope to see you by soon.